Some of the relationship pairings in House of the Dragon are beyond toxic. A handful of these relationships probably should have never happened in the first place. Here's a roundup of the 5 worst hookups and romantic connections to go down on House of the Dragon so far. Allison Hightower and Viseris Targaryen. It's pretty obvious that the marriage between Allison and Viseris would top this list off. She was about 14 or 15 years old when they got married, and he was a full-grown adult man. He used her as an incubator to birth more babies, so he'd have the opportunity to raise a son. The marriage only happened in the first place because Allison's selfish and self-absorbed father pushed her in the direction of pursuing Viserys. Everything about it was wrong. Worst of all, Viserys was Rhaenyra's father, and Rhaenyra was Allison's best friend. Allison's marriage to Viserys pretty much butchered her friendship with Rhaenyra. Kristen Cole and Rhaenyra Targaryen. Rhaenyra should have never hooked up with Kristen Cole and his insecure ass. She was feeling playful and frisky the night she returned home from almost hooking up with Daemon Targaryen. That was the night she decided to go all the way with Kristen, but she likely had no idea that it would lead to such dire results. Kristen fell for her in an obsessive way, and when he realized he couldn't be with her forever, he turned on her and became her greatest enemy of all time. Ever since Rhaenyra rejected Kristen, he's made it his mission to ruin her life. Imagine if their hookup never happened. Kristen Cole and Allison Hightower. The irony behind Kristen and Allison's decision to start hooking up is what makes them so completely toxic together. He was pissed at Rhaenyra for telling him they could keep hooking up in secret because he didn't want to be treated like a whore. Yet his situationship with Allison is exactly what he tried to avoid with Rhaenyra. Talk about toxicity! Aegon and Helena Targaryen. Although incestuous relationships are the norm in the Targaryen family, it's still glaringly weird to see it happen. Aegon Targaryen and Helena Targaryen were brother and sister, yet they also ended up getting married. On top of being husband and wife, they had kids together too. Incest will always be weird, no matter how you slice it. Even worse, we know he was an appalling husband to her when she stumbled in his direction after their baby boy had been brutally slaughtered. Aegon brushed her off and walked past her without comforting her for a single minute. Viserys Targaryen and Emma Targaryen. The 5th and final most toxic relationship on House of the Dragon was Viserys and his deceased wife, Emma Targaryen. He definitely treated her as though she was less than human, constantly expecting her to push out more babies for him so he could finally have a son. She vocalized her desire to stop enduring pregnancies, and that was his green light to tell the doctors to fight for their unborn baby's life over her life when it came time for him to make that call. Did he ever really love Emma? Doesn't seem like it. Which of these House of the Dragon relationship pairings was the most toxic in your opinion? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.